What? What are you doing in there? Bloody, I've just caught a bunch of people in my toolbox, and now you're in there and all? Right, hang on. God, you lot are bloody heavy, I tell you that. Oh, man. What are we doing in there, then? I'm trying to find some nuts and bolts. Well, I'm trying to find some bolts, to be honest. Well, one bolt, actually, for the bottom of the to screw the engine in on the MP9. And, well, it's a lovely Saturday morning, isn't it? You know, I thought I'd come out and have a look. You see, when I was younger, let me explain. Bloody thing. Alright, this camera's so annoying, broken now. The screen's broken, and so's the record button. So I believe you think you press record, but you haven't. And you sit there talking for about 6 hours, and realise you didn't even press record. Anyway, I know you can see is the bottom of this toolbox, but this is my RC toolbox side when I was a kid. The battery's now charged, if you can hear that beeping. And, what was I going to say? Yeah, so I've still got bits and bobs in here. I'm gonna use this more. I'm gonna stock this toolbox up. I mean, it's quite a nice Stanley toolbox. I had it when I was a kid because I was so big into RC. I mean, Savages. There wasn't a day when I didn't take that Savage out and that Rush out. And I was losing screws and nuts and bolts willy-nilly, man. Oh look, I've got a sticker kit for a Vauxhall, a Kyosho. A sticker kit for a Kyosho body shop. I was losing screws, nuts and bolts more faster than you could say elephant. And oh look, there's a body mounting post there for a Savage. Nice. Yeah, so this is a bit like a waste ground now. I'm going to try and sort it out and use it a lot more. So what they done was, because my dad was he's a builder slash carpenter slash painter and decorator slash farmer, does a bit of everything. He's always in Screwfix. And one year, it must have been about 2000. Well, I'd only just got the Savage, so I'd had that. I'm going to say about 2005 for a birthday, or maybe it was for Christmas. They bought me literally like boxes and boxes and boxes of screws, nuts and bolts. My dad must have gone to the Savage and measured what screws and washers the sizes are, because there's not many left now. But this was the bottom half of this toolbox was full up, and obviously over the last 20 years I've used them. I mean, these are 20 years old, these screws. There's no date on the box. I wish there was, because then I could prove to you, but there isn't. No, there's no date. It says grade, description, supplier, order number. There's no dates or anything on these. But look, I've got washers, nuts and bolts and screws. What's this? One-way bearing for pull start. 21 BB. Yeah. Is there a date on this? I tell you what, the one-way bearings, they were the things that always failed on the Savage for me. But, you know, I was using that all day. You know, in the weekends, it was all Saturday and Sunday, flat out, you know what I mean? Whip, 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 everywhere. So what I'm looking for is a 10mm. Well, it doesn't have to be 10mm. If it's a bit longer, I can always cut it down. I don't really want a flathead. I don't really want a Phillips screw. These are Phillips screws. I don't really want them. But I'm hoping in here somewhere, washer, M4 washer, M4 washer, M3 washer, M4 washer. Oh, these are all washers. Oh man, washer. I've got boxes and boxes of washers. Look, it's just washers. They're all washers. Washers, washer, washer, M4 washer, M4 M4 hexagon nuts. It's a box of nuts. Oh man, look at them. Loads of them. I'm never going to run out. Because if you was to buy the bits you need, M3 nuts, there you go, we've got some M3 nuts. Oh, there's a screw there. Yeah, see, look, all the screws though, they're all Phillips head, and I don't want Phillips head. I need it because I think that'll be a pain in the arse to get out, you know. If the head of that gets a bit, look, some of the washers have all fallen out. Can you see that? What we got here? Oh look, we've got some Kyosho wheels. God, these are going to be old. Made in Korea. Got a Kyosho wheel, a tyre, and the foam there. You can tell they're quite old because the whiteness on the label has gone yellow. Always the best, Kyosho. Another one there. These would be from when I built a Kyosho on-road / rally car. It was a Vauxhall Astra was the shell that it had, and it was a magazine series. You know the magazine series is, and it was one of them. And there's loads of washers. I'm gonna have to clean that up and put them washers away. But there's none in there. That's what these stickers come from. Anyway, it's a magazine series, and my dad, I'm pretty sure my dad bought it all for me, bless him. Good mum and dad I've got, you know. Proper good. He bought me a motorbike collection as well. Little model motorbikes. And, God, look at this. What's in it? Oh, there's the old exhaust for the Savage. There's a standard exhaust for the Savage. And there's a nitro tank, fuel tank. This one's got a crack in it. I remember this one. I don't know why I keep these things. I keep old spares that are broken, just in case I need them. But this tank's got a crack in it. And I run this tank. I can remember as clear as day, right? I'm in my 30s now, yeah? But we're talking about when I was about 12 or 13 years old, maybe 14 years old. So I can remember this as clear as day, right? This tank had a crack in it, and the crack's there. I don't know whether you can see that. Right, there's the crack. See it? So you put your fuel in it, and it would start to leak out. And I can remember putting the fuel in, starting it up quick, and then trying to buzz round, you know, down around the BMX track as quick as I possibly could before it would all leak out. And I'd have to bring it back quick because I didn't want it to run out, because I went through a phase of just, I don't know why, I wanted to try and keep the engine running. So I went through a bit of a phase where I'd try and learn and guess when it would be getting low on the fuel, bring it back quick, top it up, and then go off again. Yeah, so I'd bring it back quick before all the fuel would leak out, but the fuel would be leaking out and it would be going all over the brakes didn't work. It'd be, you know, one side of the Savage would be completely caked in dust because the fuel's leaked on it, and obviously the dust sticks to that. And yeah, ages and ages I ran with this until my dad had time to take me down to the model shop, because back then there was no internet. Well, there was internet, but you couldn't really order stuff online for RC cars, so you had to go down to the local model shop, which was JD Models, and buy a new tank. And that tank is the one that's on it now. So this is the first original tank, and then it's had a second tank, and that's on it. I don't believe in none of that bloody half a tank lean crap. I've never had that problem. You fill it up, you start it up, and you go. Yeah? Don't worry about bloody running lean on half a tank. Bloody idiots who think that. What we got here, look. We got a... Oh, yeah, go. Look, we got a throttle linkage. It's a Kyosho throttle linkage, I think. Doesn't actually say what it is, but that looks like a throttle linkage to me, with the springs and that. It's even got an Allen key in there, so that you can do it all up. That might come in handy for something. I've still got the Kyosho little the car. I've still got it. It's on the shelf somewhere. I mean, I might get it off and resurrect it. It's got the GX12 engine on it and everything, and it was a good car. I never did paint the body shell. The body shell was still clear. I never did paint it. So we've got a spring and some bearings there for it. Oh, we've got... I don't know why I didn't put these parts on, because it was completed. These must be spare parts. There's the bumper. Little foam bumper there. Kyosho, number 63, foam bumper. Right, we've got some more here. We've got some more lock nuts. These are lock nuts. They got the locking thing on them. Some people call them nylon nuts or nylock. Nylon insert nut. Here, M4. A little spring, bits and bobs. What are these? Oh, more screws. Got a servo horn. And it looks like some sort of throttle servo linkage or something, but there's a servo horn in the back there. I've got, for some reason, I've got a packet with some screws in it, an Allen key, and some R-clips. I don't know why I've got that there, but there you go. And, there's only 3. Where's the other one? Well, there should be 4, but there's the wheel little nut things, you know, like you put on your wheels, and you put the little Woodruff key thing through it, little pin through it, and you put your wheels on. I don't know why I've only got 3 though. I must have nicked one for something, and so now I'm left with 3 rather than 4. But there you go. I have a 3-wheeled car. Anyway, that's enough of that. I didn't intend on going through all that, but that's what I do. You see, that's what happens with me. I end up bloody. Oh my giddy aunt. Sorry about that. I just. Is your leg all right? I didn't mean that. I just knocked your leg over. Sorry about that. I'm determined. Oh look, I've got a Kyosho exhaust. Little Kyosho exhaust there. That's for that little GX12 engine on there. I might get that little car. I've got loads of projects on the go at the moment. I don't really want to start another one, but I might show you. Look, put it in the comments if you want to see that little car. I'll dig it out and we'll have a look. We've got a load of a couple of balance plugs and a balance lead for some reason. Obviously spares. Obviously not ones I've ever used. More servo horns and bits and bobs. Looks like for smaller cars. Oh, more there. Look, bloody hell. More servo bits and bobs. Look, servo saver. That looks like. I think it's a servo saver. What's this? Turnbuckle HPI kits and bits. $5.99. Whenever I bought that. That was $5.99 from Kits and Bits, whatever that's all about. HPI. So I've got a bloody hell, I've got a turnbuckle spanner and 2 turnbuckles. What bloody car this was for, I have no idea. Part number's 93342. Just for fun, any of you lot that have got one of those photographic memories, if you know what part number that and what this goes to, just put in the comments for a bit of fun. And plus it'll help me out because I know if I can use it or not. Brand new in the packet, look. Never been opened. Blimey. Load of R-clips. What is this? I don't know what this is. 2 kilogram 6-volt digital mini servo. £8.50. What? A mini... Oh. Nothing in it. As usual, I've kept an empty box. I always keep empty boxes for some reason. I don't know why. I think they might come in handy, but is that going to come in handy? No, it's not. See you later. Ah, dearie me. Like, why have I kept that? Why have I kept that? I probably kept it so I can see the part number or something on it, and maybe the little grub screw what's inside it. But that's for on the Savage. This is where the brakes, if I remember correctly, this is where the brakes mount up. So the brake discs go on there, and you know, when your drive shaft goes that end, and on that end probably goes on the diff there, I think. And when you brake, obviously they're in there, but it rounded off because it's plastic. Can you see that? I think you can. See where it all rounded. So when you brake, the brakes would brake. You know, the discs were clamped, but this was spinning inside the disc, so I had to get a new one. I think I got a metal one in the end. Some sort of gear, cog, don't know what on earth that would have gone to. Just some random nuts and bolts. Oh, I wonder if that... No, it's too fat. Ah, that would have been a perfect engine bolt, but it's too fat. That won't fit, it's far too fat. Oh, I don't know. Got a load of connectors there for charging things. A little packet of XT60s for some reason. And... a battery box and one of those little flags you put on top of your transmitter, on top of your aerial, and another little battery box for a mini T. and some KFC wet wipes. I used to collect these because back in the day I used to be in my bedroom, obviously, and I had this toolbox, and my bed was my workbench, and so I used to collect little wet wipes and things so that I could clean stuff, you know, because I didn't want to go spraying stuff on the car because I was on my bed. I was on my bed was my workbench, so I used to use little wet wipes to clean the Savage and that if I had to do any work. You know, a lot of people just use brake cleaner. I use brake cleaner now because I've got a workbench in the garage, so brake cleaner cleans it all down before I'd have to do anything. But back then, I didn't want to be spraying brake cleaner on my bed, did I? There won't be any in here. This is just going to be, oh my. There won't be nothing in here. Got a servo for something or another. I think that's off the Mini T. Ah, what's that? Ah, it's a bloody Phillips head. I'm going to have to go down Screwfix and, oh, look at that. A packet of wheel nuts and pins. Yes. 4 of them and all. Lovely jubbly. They'll definitely come in handy. I'm going to make sure I keep them. An Allen key. Ah, that'll be too fat and all. I wish that was the right size. That'll be that's the perfect length, I think. But it's too fat. What have we got here? Bolts, nuts, washers, wheel nuts. Some sort of bracket for something or another. God knows what. Glow starters, sandpaper. My original glow starter that come with the Savage back in 2004 doesn't work. It was never any good anyway. It was always crap. I had to buy a new one. Gears, cogs for something. 2-speed gear, a spur gear that looks like for something or another. Part number 76914. Don't know what that would have been for. Another one of them. Don't know what that would have been for. Ah, that's it. Well, I'm gonna have to go down Screwfix. What I'd done, because I was making an order from Answer RC for that, all the bits and bobs for the MP9. They had a packet of 10 bolts. A packet of 10 bolts for $1.99, and I thought that is expensive for 10 bolts. But I'm already making the order, so let's get them, and then at least I've got engine bolts. But they were the wrong size. I bought M3 ones, and they're too skinny now. They need to be the next one up. So I thought I'd better have a look around. I've got one last attempt. I've got jars and jars of nuts and bolts. What I can look in. We might find there's not going to be any in the top here, I don't think. We got one-way bearings. You can't see there. Look, we got one-way bearings, springs, pen. Oh, what we got here? A packet of M3. Too small. I already had them. I didn't need to buy any more. Screws, nuts and bolts. Ah, who remembers these? Who remembers these, man? GS Racing. These are the little waterproof things to go on the air filters for the Rush. I never run them. I always just had the foams sticking out. I've got 2 of them. Yellow one and a blue one. Clutch bells, screws, tyre valves, brake pads, keys for a padlock. I've probably not got any more. Right. Let's go and have a look in one of these jars. And if not, I'll have to make a trip down to Screwfix. Because as I was saying, I bought them from their packet of 10 for $1.99. They're excruciatingly expensive for 10 bolts. But I was hoping it would solve the problem. Bought the wrong ones. So now I'm going to have to do my usual trick and go down to Screwfix and get a whole box. I think the prices are probably astronomical now. But used to be able to get like a whole box of bolts for something like $2.99 or something like that. Probably going to be about 10 quid now, but at least I'll have plenty of them anyway. Right, let's go and go into the thing and have a look in the jar. Right, you'll have to excuse me. I've got bits and bobs here. But we have this jar of old coffee. Oh, that's just got BBs in it. I thought it had nuts and bolts in it. Alright, we've got a jar of BBs. Right, what have we got in this one? An old tin of hot chocolate, right? Oh, man. Ugh. Oh, this one could prove promising. Oh, ah, bloody Phillips head again. Oh, man. Right, the only way to do this is to actually tip them all out, which I hate doing, but that's what we got to do. So, get that one. I've got this jar. This looks like this has mainly got Jubilee clips and big bolts in it. I can't see any small bolts in there, so I think we'll give that one a miss. I won't bother with that one. What's in this one? Oh, this one could be promising. This one might have what we want. You never know. Old jar of gherkins. But they're all Phillips head. Oh, bollocks to you. What's in this? Oh, blimey. What's in this one? No, this is just Jubilee clips and other crap. No good ones in there. Right, so we'll have a look in that one. And we'll have a look somewhere else. Right, you lot. I've had a good old look. But I couldn't find what I needed. I've got to go and get my daughter ready to go horse riding now. So I'm going to have to continue this later on. But yeah, man, what a wonderful day today it is. And I didn't expect to be taking you through my old toolbox, but I'm going to I say repurpose, that sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? Because I'm not going to be repurposing the toolbox, I'm just going to be sorting it out and putting more useful stuff in it. I've just been charging the battery on this MP9, and because I thought the battery was flat, because I turned it on and nothing happened. But it's not, the battery's fine. The problem is the switch. It must be dirty or something, because it doesn't make a good connection. Oh, excuse me, I'm sneezing for some reason. Anyway, it's not making a good connection. If you switch it on, it feels and sounds dirty. And it doesn't make a connection. If you push on it, it'll make a connection, but not a very good one. So we're going to call upon the good old switch cleaner. There's not a lot left in there to buy some more. Hopefully I've got enough. The good old switch cleaner, it's good stuff this. I use this for the ham and CB radios and other bits and bobs, you know, microphones and all this other stuff. Good switch cleaner, this stuff. I do stick by this stuff, actually. If I find better stuff, then brilliant, but this stuff's the good stuff. I'll take the switch out, give it a good old clean, and away we go. But I will film that for you, just in case someone else has got the same problem, where they got a dodgy switch. Hopefully we'll be able to resurrect it, if not I'll have to buy a new switch. But hopefully I'll be able to, actually I've got a spare switch in the toolbox, so I might have to change it. But hopefully, if anybody else has got the same problem, I'll make a dedicated video on cleaning the switch. I'll do that after I've got my daughter ready to go horse riding. And yeah, so I won't do it now. I'll do it in this separate video when I've got a bit more time. So yeah, nice one. Thanks for watching, you lot. I hope you liked looking through that toolbox and looking at all those old Kyosho parts. It was completely unintended. I didn't intend to do that, but you were there. So, I mean, why not just come and join the journey? I'll see you next time, you lot. All the best. Take care.